Welcome to week 2 of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. A big game this between KCC and Pakistan Association Cricket Club. Pakistan Association, of course, in week 1, winning that come-from-behind victory game against Little Saiwan. KCC, they're playing their first game of the tournament. They're playing on their home ground, but they're not technically the home team. And it goes without saying, a big contest this. KCC were, of course, losing finalists in the 2021 Premier League. They want to go one step further, and to do that, the likes of Babar Hayat will definitely need some support in the batting department. But I'm sure you're itching to find out exactly what happened in an all-important toss. I'm not going to keep you too long. Let's find out what happened at the toss. Welcome to week 2 of the Gencor Men's T20 Premier League. A big game this between Pakistan Association and the Kowloon Cricket Club. The match referee and the two captains are ready. Who's got the coin? Tanveer Afzal of PACC has the coin. Flower is the call.
It's a number.
Number it is. Pakistan Association, you won the toss. Tanveer, if you can just step towards me for a quick chat. Tanveer, you've won the toss. What is your decision?
We would like to bat first.
And any changes to your 11?
Same here.
Absolutely. And of course, big game against KCC here. In your first game, it was a good comeback in the second innings. Are there any areas of improvement coming into this game for you?
Yeah, definitely we need to improve our batting. We need some aggression in batting, and then obviously we have a good bowling attack. So if we can put some decent total on the board, then they have a good chance to defend.
Absolutely. Best of luck for this contest. Jamie, nice to see you again. You've lost the toss. Had you won, what would your decision be?
I think we probably would have had a bat first. It looks like a good wicket, but that being said, it's going to be good for the whole game. So we don't mind trying to restrict them this afternoon and then try and knock those off in the second innings.
Yeah, absolutely. And a couple of absentees today on that under-19 tour in Oman. So just walk us through, some names in your team you might not be familiar with.
Okay, so yeah, we've got a few changes. A few of the boys and our coach as well has gone to under-19s as well. So Waheed, that's not here. We've got Charlie Walsh, the wicketkeeper, making his debut today. He's been doing really well the last couple of years, so he's in. And we've also got a very good leg spinner in Murtaza coming into the team today as well. So to replace that boy from Waheed as well. And then some of the regulars, you've got your Davidsons, Dan Pasco's, and some of the firepower at the top with Mo Khan, Azaz and Baba as well.
Yeah, you've done a great job running us through that 11. Best of luck for today.
Thanks a lot.
So there you have it. The news from the middle is Pakistan Association have won the toss, and they're going to have a bat first. So there you have it, the news from the middle. Pakistan Association winning the toss and choosing to bat first. Tanveer Afzal, I gotta say I agree with that decision. You want runs on the board. And in the women's game we saw that the ball is just keeping a tad low on this surface as well. So if you're trying to clear that fielder at mid-wicket, it's not always the easiest option. So I wouldn't be surprised to see wickets falling and catches taken in that infield, whether we're talking about mid-wicket or short cover. So that's something to keep your eye on. Let's see if Jay Dancing Hani's prediction rings true throughout this contest. Like we said, so much at stake. Pakistan Association Cricket Club, of course, in the 2021 T20 Premier League, they failed to win a single game. Lost all 4 of their games. Last week, for the majority of the contest against Little Saiwan, it looked like they were going to lose their first game of the tournament. But in those last 10 overs, what a comeback from the Pakistan Association bowlers. And like I said, I really like this decision to bat first as well. In my opinion, in my strong opinion, Pakistan Association bowling is their stronger suit. And we are around 3.5 minutes away from kickoff here between KCC and Pakistan Association. I'm going to read you out the team 11s for both teams. We got Ehsan Nawaz, Hafiz Khan, Hamid Khan, Hassan Muhammad Khan, Sunny Singh, Rawaid Ehtasham, Muhammad Waheed, Nasrullah Rana, Tanveer Afzal, Yasa Murtaza, who will be opening the batting, and of course Zishan Ali. For KCC, a quick look at their team sheets will tell you they've got Azaz Khan, Atiq Iqbal, Babar Hayat, the top scorer from the 2021 T20 Premier League. We got Charlie Walsh, Dan Pasco, Devang Balsara, Jamie Atkinson, the skipper, Jay Davidson, Muhammad Khan, and Sunny Beamsaria. So there you go, the countdown continues. It looks like all players are actually out in the middle. You love to see that. Some nice punctuality here. No classic South Asian timing. I can say that as someone of South Asian descent, though. It's not politically incorrect if I say it. But jokes aside, it's a big contest. KCC with their first game of the tournament. And I tell you what, if Pakistan Association can go 2 for 2 by winning today, it throws the tournament wide open. Hong Kong Cricket Club as well, going down to USRC in week 1. It's not a result that a lot of us would have predicted. A big win there for USRC in week 1 of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. And here we go to open things up. It's going to be Jay Davidson. Make no mistake, KCC coming in as one of the pre-tournament favorites. They were the only team not to play a game last weekend. So it's their first game of the competition. And tall Jason Davidson. He's ready. We're starting a little early. First ball. Short and left alone. And unsurprisingly, the tall Jay Davidson bowling with both mid-on and mid-off up in the circle. You see that quite often anytime you have a tall opening bowler operating in the very first over. But it's Sunny Singh facing up to the first ball. Yasa Murtaza is the non-striker. That's edged away, a little bit tentative outside the off stump. He gets a single down to deep third man. Oh, fuck. But yes, if you're just joining us, the news from the middle, of course, Pakistan Association Cricket Club winning the toss, choosing to bat first. Yasa Murtaza on strike. Ooh, that was nice and quick from Jay Davidson. Hitting that hard length, giving Yasa Murtaza nothing to work with. Yasam, of course, so impressive with the ball in the last game. Hit his first ball for a boundary as well. Unfortunately, his second ball, he found the safe hands of mid-wicket. There we go, trying to go for that pull shot yet again, with the ball rushing onto him and keeping just a tad low. have to say that Pakistan Association decision to bat first upon winning the toss, I like it. Bowling, in my opinion, is the stronger of their two suits. We got Sunny Singh on strike. Into the leg side once again. And it's just going to be a single. Muhammad Khan on this occasion doing the fielding. Big news for KCC, of course, is the absence of a couple of their under-19 players. The likes of Ahan Trivedi, Jaden Botfield, representing the Hong Kong under-19s in Oman. Division 2 of the under-19 World Cup Asia qualifier taking place right now. Charges down the track, a play and a miss. And that closes out the first over, 3 for no loss after 1. Like we said, a lot of KCC youngsters representing the Hong Kong under-19s. Jaden Botfield chipping in with, I believe, 35 or 50 in that opening win against Qatar. This is a big contest here between Pakistan Association and the Kowloon Cricket Club. It looks like Atiq Iqbal to open the bowling from the other end. Atiq Iqbal, he's been here all day. The coach, of course, of the women's team. KCC, unfortunately, the women's team losing all 3 of their games in the Women's Premier League. So they're out of contention for the final. But for KCC's men, their tournament begins right now. Atiq Iqbal with his first ball. That's edged and taken by first slip. First wicket here for KCC. An early advantage to the... I'm not going to say the home side because they're technically not the home side today, even though they're playing at home. Nonetheless, 3 for 1 and early advantage to KCC. I like that decision as well to have 1 slip in position. So Jamie Atkinson, the field setting working like a charm. And Sunny Singh, he's walking back to the dugout. We're trying to get confirmation on who that new man is. He's putting his gloves on as we speak. It could be Zishan Ali walking in at number 3, much like he did in that last game. But of course, Zishan Ali along with Yasa Murtaza, 2 of the key batters for Pakistan Association. And just as we predicted, walking in at number 3 is Zishan Ali. So we have 2 Hong Kong national players at the crease right now, and 2 of Pakistan Association's 3 best batters. Tanveer Afzal, of course, top scoring for PACC in that last game. Had a good innings with the bat, Tanveer Afzal. He's going to have a role to play today, but for now, it's Zishan and Yasa Murtaza at the crease. Yasa Murtaza picking up exactly where he left off in international cricket. He was so important, instrumental, in fact, to Hong Kong's chances of advancing to the main Asia Cup tournament. Here we go, Atiq Iqbal. Look at that one rushes on to Zishan. You can hear Zishan Ali, apologies, Jamie Atkinson, just saying good start, fellas. And he's right on the money. KCC have given nothing away. Bang! First signs of aggression. Over the cover region, Zishan Ali picks up his first boundary. That's also the first boundary of this innings. 7 for 1 with 3 deliveries left in the second over. And we were saying this as well in the build-up to this game. Two very evenly matched sides, KCC and Pakistan Association. I have to say, a very, very interesting first week. Not a lot of people would have predicted HKCC losing on home turf against USRC. Bit of a bottom edge there, down to third man. Jay Davidson does well, just a single. Like we said, some big results in week 1. USRC not just beating, but absolutely hammering HKCC in that first game for them. And of course, Pakistan Association with a come-from-behind victory against Little Saiwan. And a reminder of the format. We have 5 teams in this men's Premier League. 4 round-robin fixtures for each team. Once again, nice and straight, nice and quick, Atiq Iqbal. It's not often you associate out-and-out pace with Atiq Iqbal. He's more of a line and length bowler. Doesn't concede too many extras, keeps it simple. He's got good control with the new ball as well, Atiq Iqbal. Played 1 game for Hong Kong in that Asia Cup qualifier. Once again, keeping it nice and tight. A successful over for KCC, a wicket off it and a boundary. 5 runs in total. They're 8 for 1 after 2. And it's Jay Davidson to continue from the other end. A good first over from him. Gave nothing away, conceding just 3 runs. Zishan Ali on strike. It's on the legs, big appeal. And in fact, it's given. Run out there, Zishan Ali. Had to show better awareness than that. Maybe just ball watching. He was caught out of his crease. And I have to say, that's a needless wicket. Zishan Ali, you're a national team player. All that experience playing in Pakistan, coming in at number 3 for your team. Unfortunately, just taking your eyes off that ball. And Zishan Ali walking back to the dugout. Early trouble once again for Pakistan Association. They're 8 for 2 in the 3rd over. So once again, Pakistan Association losing early wickets in the power play. It's not something you want to see if you're in that Pakistan Association dugout. The important thing for them, of course, is that Yasa Murtaza is still at the crease. He's at the non-striker's end. The left-hander has watched 2 big wickets fall around him. Sunny Singh edging to Jamie Atkinson in the slip cordon before Zishan Ali carelessly run out. A good bit of awareness there from the keeper. Tucked away into the leg side, he's going to get his first runs. Hamid Khan, he's off the mark. Mid on and mid off, still up in the circle. Uppish. Oh, look at that. That could have gone anywhere, and we talked about this as well in the pre-match build-up. Bit of a slow surface here at KCC. We saw this in the women's game as well. The ball just stopping in the surface a tad and keeping low. And in the build-up to this match, I predicted catches perhaps being taken at mid-wicket and short cover. For now, covers in a conventional position. Bang! In front, a square on the leg side. Shot of the day from Yasa Murtaza. You could hear that crack off the bat. That's what he did so well for the national team. Yasa Murtaza pushed up to open by coach Trent Johnston. And it proved to be a masterstroke from TJ. Not sure where TJ is these days, but I'm sure he's tuned into this stream. Even if he's not watching live, I'm sure he's going to watch the replay. Cut away this time. It's going to be back-to-back boundaries for Yasa Murtaza on the offside this time. So look at that, KCC. This is the best over of the innings for them so far. It's good to see boundaries coming in this over after the loss of 2 big wickets. And I'm just wondering, what is the right length to bowl on this wicket? Maybe you have to bowl just a little bit fuller. No slip in position. Tucked away, he's going to pick up an easy single. But for those of you watching at home wondering what is a good total on this wicket, you know what? I'm a big believer with runs on the board. And I get the feeling something in the region of 160, and Pakistan Association will be hot favourites to pull off a victory. And if they do win today, they're going to go 2 for 2, and they're going to retain, or rather they're going to go top of the table. But for now, they're going at exactly a run a ball, 18 for 2. After 3 overs, they won the toss, decided to bat first. Zishan Ali needlessly runs himself out. Tried to whip a ball away on the leg side, he missed it. And Charlie Walsh, the keeper, with great awareness, effecting the run out with a direct hit. And before that, Sunny Singh edging through to Jamie Atkinson at first slip. And it looks like we're going to see the first signs of spin. Dan the man, Dan Pasco, the left arm spinner, into the attack. One of the best left arm spinners in Hong Kong. And of course made his Hong Kong debut quite recently. Yasa Murtaza, however, providing stiff competition to Dan Pasco for the national team. And right now, Yasa Murtaza is Hong Kong's preferred left arm spinner. Here we go. Dan Pasco to Yasa Murtaza, squeezed to backward point, a dot ball. Oh, tries to go big. A thickish inside edge goes to mid-wicket. Looks like Devang Balsara. Good piece of fielding. A strong throw into the keeper. I have to say it's an interesting contest. Dan Pasco, left arm spinner, bowling to fellow left arm spinner Yasa Murtaza, who of course is hitting with the spin. KCC, of course, without Ahan Trivedi, who's on tour with the under-19s. Off spinner Ahan Trivedi, I think he would have been a useful option bowling to Yasa Murtaza, just spinning the ball away from him as well. And these boundaries at KCC, well, hey, if you get a hold of it, you will easily clear the ropes, especially if your name is Yasa Murtaza. Got a slip in position, Jamie Atkinson at first slip. Watchfully played from Hamid Khan. 3 deliveries left in the 4th over. A big early advantage to KCC. They lost the toss, were asked to bowl first. Oh, a little bit late on that, Hamid. And he's so good at this, Dan Pasco. So good at those variations. That was faster, it was flatter. And you could see Hamid Khan just being caught by surprise. Tossed up, turned into the leg side, an easy single. One delivery left in the 4th over. And without a doubt, Dan the man will be looking for his first wicket. And no surprise, mid-wicket drops back to a deep mid-wicket. Yasa Murtaza hitting with the spin. Goes down the ground. That looks good. It sounds good. And it goes all the way for the first 6 of this contest. 26 for 2 after 4. Replay. Look at that. Made up his mind. Saw it. Nice and early. Committed to the shot and went over. A wideish long on, comfortably clearing the ropes there, Yasa Murtaza. And it looks like we're going to see a change of ends here for Atiq Iqbal, coming in to bowl from the pavilion end. Good thing for Atiq, of course, is he's bowling to Hamid Khan. No disrespect to Hamid Khan, of course, but Yasa Murtaza, a key player here for Pakistan Association. Play and a miss here. We've had 3 boundaries and a 6 so far in this innings. Yasa Murtaza batting on 17 of 12. He's been the main aggressor here for Pakistan Association. No issues here, as such, with run rate for Pakistan Association. But the big issue for them, of course, is that wickets column. They're 26 for 2. Atiq Iqbal, can he drag things back? Down the ground. Looks like he got a bit of a hand on that, so that goes down as a chance. Look at him, hand on his chin. It's nice to see him just smiling, trying to brush aside that dropped chance. It goes down as a chance. It was a sharp one, but he got his hand to it. Had he hung on, it would have been 3 wickets down in the power play. Ooh, a bit of an inside edge there, Hamid Khan. The good news at the Kowloon Cricket Club is the forecast looks pretty good. We have some clouds in the sky, make no mistake about that. But I'm hopeful, I'm going to touch wood, I'm hopeful of getting a full contest here. That's cut away behind square on the offside. Third man runs around. Can he prevent the 2? Better throw may have had Hamid Khan in trouble. But of course, Pakistan Association, they won the toss, decided to bat first and lost 2 big early wickets. Sunny Singh, of course, edged 1 through to Jamie Atkinson for the first wicket. Second wicket fell just minutes later. Zishan Ali, he was run out by the keeper, Charlie Walsh. Oh, just wide of Jamie Atkinson. It's going to run down to the boundary. A streaky boundary there for Hamid Khan, his first of the innings. And you have to say that ball could have gone absolutely anywhere. It was definitely an intentional shot. I'm not sure if he wanted to get it that fine. But look, if you're Pakistan Association, you're not going to complain. They get another boundary. Oh, playing a miss. It was that in-between length. You're not sure whether to go forward or back. The length was good, but not the line, signaled wide by the umpire. An update from the Hong Kong Under-19 game against Qatar. Qatar are currently 5 for 3, so an early advantage once again for the Hong Kong Under-19s. That game, of course, is not being streamed, but this one is. If you want to help spread the word about cricket in Hong Kong and associate cricket, share the link to this game with your friends and family. It's live, of course, on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share this on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Here we go, Dan Pasco against Yasa Murtaza, goes down the ground. Oh, look at that, a bump ball. I had to wait for that. I thought maybe it was a cotton ball. It happens when you're sitting in the crowd. It's tough to judge. But I absolutely love this contest. Yasa Murtaza lifting Dan Pasco over a wideish long on. Shorter misses that. And so does the keeper. So consecutive dot balls here. This is the final over of the power play. Yasa Murtaza making his intentions clear. He wants to take advantage of these fielding restrictions. A reminder, of course, only 2 fielders allowed outside that 30-yard circle. Yasa Murtaza is well aware that there's a big opportunity to get another boundary. Smashed it! Square of the wicket on the offside. A cut shot, which races away to the boundary for yet another 4. That score now moves on to 38 for 2. They're making a nice mini recovery here, Pakistan Association. This partnership goes up to 30. I'm sure you saw that on your screens. Yasa Murtaza looking towards me. He's not interested in me. He wants that gap. Bang. Doesn't time it as well. It's going to be interesting to see, does Dan Pasco continue in the post-power play period? He's already into his second over, one of the big trump cards, of course, for Jamie Atkinson. 2 balls left in the power play. Flatter, nudged, down to long on for just a single. So he's done so well in this over. Up to now, Dan Pasco, just 5 runs off it. That's a good result in the final power play over. Statistically speaking, the 6th over of the innings is one of the more expensive overs in a T20 game on average. Last ball of the power play. Watchfully played straight back to the bowler. That's a good over from Dan Pasco, only 5 runs off it. At the end of the power play, Pakistan Association are 39 for 2. We have another change in bowling. Nasrullah Rana into the attack. Was very, very impressive in week 1 against Little Saiwan. Gave almost nothing away with the ball. Picked up 2 wickets as well last week. I have to say it's one of the more impressive bowling displays I've seen from Nasrullah Rana. He's recently fallen out of favour with the national team, of course, and a strong performance here could lead to a call-up in the All-Star Series and maybe a recall at the national level as well. Bowled with some good gas last week. In fact, it's Devang Bulsara into the attack. My bad, down the ground. Well done, long on. Gotta say, you have a lot of fit KCC players, very lean bodies. I thought that was Nasrul Rana, who, by the way, doesn't actually play for KCC. That's what happens when both teams are wearing green. But no, Devang Bulsara into the attack. That ball was hit so hard down to long on, they couldn't take a single. This time they do scamper through for one. Down the ground, mid-off does well. Just moments ago we were talking about just the nature of a T20 innings. So statistically speaking, the first over of a T20 contest is, on average, the cheapest over. And the second cheapest over is, you guessed it, the 7th over. The first post-power play over. Devang Bulsara coming over the wicket. That's a low full toss. And it's another dot ball. So Devang, in his first 4 deliveries, has chose to bowl a fuller length. And now for the first time in this over, we see long off just dropping back to the boundary. And it's classic T20 captaincy as well. Just protect the end of that over. Into the leg side. And mid-on does well. Bit of frustration here for Yasa Murtaza. Just 2 runs off this over. And like we were saying, that first power play over, it can be tough for even the most seasoned T20 campaigners to make that adjustment, to go from power play mode to post power play mode. You have to give credit where credit is due. Devang Bulsara has started really well in his first over of the game. That's not good at all. That's massive. There we go. That's into the Chinese army barracks. All the way for 6, in fact. A very tall tree has stopped the ascent of that delivery. But 6 more to Yasa Murtaza, his second maximum of the day. And that score now moving on to 46 for 2 for Pakistan Association. But yes, Devang Bulsara, just 2 runs in those first 5 deliveries. Sadly, a leg stump full toss just spoilt that over. A wonderful crack off the bat. Gotta say, Yasa Murtaza, when he hits them, they stay hit. So 51 for 2 after 8. Got Hamid Khan on strike. There's Devang Balsara to continue. Started so well in his first over before a leg stump full toss was put away to that wideish long on region by Yasa Murtaza. Loves that area, Yasim. But for now, it's Hamid on strike. Does well. That's down to deep third man for a single. Oh, that's a big appeal. I think it's going down leg. Yeah, not a very convincing appeal for most of KCC's outfielders. Devang Balsara, though, you got to appeal for everything. If you don't ask, you will never receive. That's how it works in this interesting and slightly peculiar game of cricket. 52 for 2. Few steps down the wicket, gets it square on the offside for yet another boundary. Yasa Murtaza now moves on to 35. It's been a really, really good innings from the left-handed opener. Missed out in that first game, dismissed for 4. But today he wants to definitely reach a half century and go well beyond that as well. And if Yasim can stay there until at least the 15th over, maybe even until the 20th over, you feel like Pakistan Association are going to get up to a more than competitive total. Turns that into a full toss. That's into deep mid-wicket. Oh, that one just teasing the fielder. For the second time today, we see back-to-back boundaries here from Yasa Murtaza. And yet again, full toss from Devang Balsara is dispatched. You cannot bowl there. You cannot bowl in that direction or that length to Yasa Murtaza. He'll put you away any day of the week. 2 balls left now in the 9th over. Smack. Work to do here for deep mid-wicket, who comes around and cuts it off. It's just a single. Dan Pasco. Pasco, of course, has 2 overs left in the bank. He bowled the 4th and the 6th over in the power play. I thought that was a very interesting move from skipper Jamie Atkinson. I think it was the right move as well. You had Hamid Khan still new at the crease. And it was Atkinson himself standing at that first slip position. Jamie Atkinson, I think he's played for Hong Kong for more than 15 years. Yeah, I think he's been playing for Hong Kong for, I want to say 17 years. Am I making that up? I believe Jamie Atkinson made his Hong Kong debut when he was around 14. And he's 32 years old right now, Jamie Atkinson. Been around forever. The Atkinsons, of course, one of the most famous cricketing families in Hong Kong. Stephen Atkinson. I'm not sure exactly where in the world you are right now, but I'm sure you're tuning into the stream. Even if you're not watching live, I know you're going to watch that replay. Stephen Atkinson as well. A long career as a teacher. He was actually my teacher in primary 6, Mr. Atkinson. I gotta say, it was quite a transition, going from calling him Mr. Atkinson to calling him Stephen or Steve. It still feels awkward. It still feels awkward. It was great to see so many supporters of Hong Kong cricket chiming in on social media and growing the word about cricket in Hong Kong. There we go, down the track. Nope, long on has no chance. That's into the swimming pools. There we go. Third six of the day. Yasa Murtaza, you're on fire. 67 for 2. In fact, those are the bowling greens. Look at me, just getting a little disoriented. Much like the KCC fielders, watching those balls sail over their head. 67 for 1 now. This run rate, for the first time in a long time, is in excess of 7 runs per over. And suddenly Pakistan Association are looking good for that magical total of 160. And in my strong opinion, if they can get up to 160 or beyond, they will be firm favourites to win today against KCC. And if you're just joining us, the news from the middle is Pakistan Association Cricket Club won the toss, decided to bat first. They lost 2 early wickets in the form of Zishan Ali and Sunny Singh, but they've recovered really, really well. A 59-run partnership between Yasa Murtaza and Hamid Khan. Hamid Khan batting undefeated on 13 off 20. He's at the non-strikers end. And the dominant partner, Yasa Murtaza, needs 4 more for his 100. Goes down the ground. He gets 4. No, he gets 6. Look at that. 4 sixes in his innings so far. The score racing on to 73. And Yasa Murtaza brings up his 50. It's been a really good innings. A strong comeback from the Hong Kong hero. 52 off 28. And I tell you what, it takes a brave person to bet against Yasa Murtaza reaching triple figures today. I hope I'm not jinxing it. Let's see if the commentator's curse is a real phenomenon. Mudassar Hussain to Yasim, who goes down the ground, long off. Does he have a chance? Yes, he does. And he takes it. The commentator's curse has struck. Just as we were talking him up, he walks back to the dugout for 52 of 29. A well-made 52. 4 maximums in his innings from Yasa Murtaza. But an absolutely massive moment in this contest. KCC dragging things back. The score 73 for 3. We have 3 deliveries left in the 10th over. And it remains to be seen who walks in at number 5. It could be Tanveer Afzal, who top scored last week for Pakistan Association. That was a come-from-behind victory against Little Saiwan. And I tell you who's coming from behind now. It's KCC. And with that wicket, we're going to take a small drinks break. I cannot wait for the second half of this innings. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dancing Hani. If you like what you've heard, you can follow me on Twitter at Jay Dancing Hani. Help me spread the word about cricket in Hong Kong and spread the word about associate cricket. Share the link to this game with your friends and your family. And for all of you listening and watching on YouTube and Facebook, I want to hear from you. I'm interested in your opinion. What do you think Pakistan Association will score at the end of this first innings? Drop your comments in that comment section, and I'll be back with you in around 2 minutes for the second half of this innings. So here we go, 75 for 3, just after the halfway mark. Has been slapped to Balsara, it's just a single. And of course, Tanveer Afzal is new at the crease at number 5. Apologies for the small loss of audio. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dansaghani, and I had... As I was saying, apologies for the momentary loss of audio. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dansaghani, and I had to rehydrate. It's an incredibly hot day here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. And it's Jay Davidson back into the attack here from the pavilion end. Skipper Jamie Atkinson fielding at a straightish long on position. Mid-off is in the circle. That's a full toss. And he's going to get away with that one. It's just a single there for Tanveer Afzal. There we go, my namesake, Jay Davidson. We share a first name. I don't think we share a lot more in common though. Jay Davidson, a much better cricketer than me. There we go, nudged into the offside for a single. Jay Davidson started really well in that first over, conceded just 3 runs. Very consistent performer for KCC. The former Namibian fast bowler. He's played 7 first-class games, in fact. Jay Davidson came through the age group system in Namibia, playing for the under-19s before playing for the senior team. That's cut away in front of square. It's just going to be a single. Jay Davidson, probably the tallest fast bowler on show today. He likes to have a bit of a whack down the order as well. Into his third over, he's conceded just 16 runs. That short pulled. Bit of a top edge, but it lands safely. Hamid Khan batting on 17 off 22. He's just struggled a tad. His only boundary coming to a very fine deep third man region. I don't think he meant to get it that fine. It's been his only boundary so far today. That's nudged into the offside, another single. And personally, I have no issue with this from Pakistan Association. Around 10 minutes ago, lost the massive wicket of Yasa Murtaza. 52 of 29. It was a lightning start from the left-hander. Yasa Murtaza favoured that wideish long-on region. I believe all 4 of his maximums coming in, or rather over, long-on. Oh, that's a big appeal. I think he's got some bat on that. There you go. That was the main question for the umpire. Bat first or pad first? And I think the right decision was made as well. You know, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. In the women's game and in this game, I'm very impressed with the standard of umpiring. I'm getting nods, yeses, nods of appreciation from the rest of the production crew. Look at this, the commentary box getting nice and busy. People are packing in for this contest between KCC and Pakistan Association Cricket Club. If you're just joining us, PACC won the toss, decided to bat first, lost 2 early wickets in the power play before Yasa Murtaza smashed 52 of 29. Oh, look at that. I think he's got some bat on that. Charlie Walsh, I think that goes down as a drop chance. There we go. In fact, signaled byes from the umpire. I got a little too excited on that occasion. But Charlie Walsh as well. Very impressive with that run out of Zishan Ali. pushed. Cover. Look at that. Fancy football skills. Definitely saving at least one run on that occasion. Long off was, of course, in position, but a little bit wider. So I don't think long off would have been able to prevent it, or rather keep it down to a single. It's a good period of play here for KCC, but if you're Pakistan Association, there's no need to panic. You've got wickets in hand, you still have plenty of time left in this innings. If they can get up to a score in the region of 105 or 110 after 15 overs, no reason why they can't go at 10 runs and over in the last 5. That's smashed. Long off has a lot of work to do. He gets around. That's a good piece of fielding, keeps it down to 2. Tanveer Afzal moves on to 7 off 8. He's still looking for his first boundary. And once again, he's eyeing up that deep mid-wicket region. Deep mid-wicket in a very conventional position. We've got a deep square leg in place as well. Oh, look at that. Well done, Jamie Atkinson. Probably saving at least 1 run. And that's been very impressive. That's been an impressive aspect of KCC's performance. They've definitely saved more than a couple runs in the field. And we said this in the build-up to the game as well. I get the feeling this is going to be a close encounter between these two evenly matched sides. A dot ball to close off the 12th over. It's 86 for 3. Eight overs left in this innings. Pakistan Association going at just a shade over 7 runs per over. I'm going to try and load up that YouTube stream. I want to see what everybody is saying and thinking. And of course, it's not just YouTube. You can also watch this game on Facebook. Devang Balsara into the attack once again. Pulled away. That's too short. And that races down to square leg for 4. So Balsara continues to be punished. He's conceded 22. 5 deliveries still left in his 3rd over. And I hate to sound too critical, but the thing about Balsara is you don't want to be going at 10 runs per over, especially if you're bowling in that middle phase of the innings. Statistically speaking, the middle phase of the innings is the hardest innings. Apologies, the hardest phase to score consistent runs off. There we go. Strong call of keeper. Oh, look at that direct hit at the non-striker's end, and it's given. Hamid Khan, you're going to have to walk back to the dugout in spite of that dive. Look at that. A lot of confusion out in the middle. Some of the fielders screaming keeper, some screaming bowler. Charlie Walsh, you've had a fantastic day behind the stumps. 2nd run out here for Charlie Walsh. Earlier in the day, running out Zishan Ali with a direct hit. In fact, look at me, mistaking Charlie Walsh for Atiq Iqbal. It was Atiq Iqbal actually with the direct hit, but nonetheless, 4 wickets down now. 90 for 4, 4 deliveries left in the 13th over. And another potentially big moment, not just in the context of this game, but in the context of this tournament. I'm sure you can sense that your commentator, yours truly, Jay Dansagani, is just starting to lose his voice. What can happen? 4.5 hours of consecutive commentary today. KCC, the women's team, unfortunately going 0 for 3, losing convincingly to Craig and Gower CC. But this game right now, KCC, the men's team, have just taken their 4th wicket. And you know what? I think it's just too close to call. I don't know who's the favorite at this point in time. And a quick update from Qatar. Hong Kong have reduced Qatar to 39 for 5. That's a wide delivery. But of course the Hong Kong under-19s competing at the under-19 Division 2 of the under-19 Asia qualifier in Oman. Got off to a winning start in their very first game, a 9-wicket victory. So can the Hong Kong under-19 boys go 2 for 2? I'm grateful for all the updates that I'm getting on WhatsApp. There we go. Doesn't get a good connection on that one, but they scamper through for a single. The important thing here is that Pakistan Association are being starved of boundaries. Just one boundary coming since the fall of the wicket. The fall of Yasa Murtaza's wicket, I should clarify. And walking in at number 6, Ehsan Nawaz was so impressive in the closing stages of that first game. Pushed into the offside. Good bit of work, KCC. You continue to impress, and you continue to save more and more runs in that infield. Short, good stuff. Bulsara bending his back, getting it up nice and high. Two deliveries left in the 13th over, going at just over a shade. Just a shade over 7 runs per over here. Pakistan Association. That's tucked away into the leg side. It will just be a single. 7 overs left. 94 for 4. And we have a change in bowling. We're going to see a little bit of spin. Mr. Sunny Beam Saria into the attack. It's a good time to come into the attack as well. You have 2 new batters at the crease. Guided away, it's going to be a dot ball. Tanveer Afzal, of course, new-ish to the crease, batting on 13 off 12. Fired in, guided away to third man in the circle. Consecutive dot ball to kick off Beam Saria's spell. That's down to long on for a single. Ehsan Nawaz moves on to 2 off 6. Played a really good cameo in the closing stages of that Pakistan Association innings last week. Got them up to 145, which eventually proved to be a winning total. Bang, down the ground, long off. A whitish long off, does really well. Look at that. KCC, you've been brilliant in the field today. Look at that, 2 direct hit runouts, and now that bit of acrobatic fielding. And guess who? Babar Hayat. You're going to have a role to play with the bat. Pulled away behind square on the leg side. It's just a single. Sunnybeam Saria getting a lot of encouragement from the rest of his teammates, and rightfully so. Just 3 runs off the over so far. Fires it in. Oh, Charlie Walsh. There was definitely an edge on that one. That's the only mistake he's made so far today. Charlie Walsh. A brilliant run out to take the 2nd wicket for KCC. Unfortunately, unable to hang on this occasion. It's 97 for 4 after 14. It could have been 97 for 5. And as you can see, that scorecard, 52 off 29 for Yasa Murtaza, the headline act so far today. But nothing much to speak of otherwise for Pakistan Association. We were talking about this in the pre-match build-up as well. 2 very evenly matched teams. It was hard to pick a winner at the start of this contest, and it's getting even harder. Deep square leg and deep mid wicket in position. That goes into the leg side. Deep square leg will clean up, and it should just be a single. Fielders on the boundary, you got a deep cover, a long off, a long on, deep square leg and deep mid wicket. Bang! Jay Davidson makes no mistake, it's just a single. But you can see KCC now well in death overs bowling and fielding mode. Only 4 fielders inside the circle right now, that's the bare minimum. So KCC, without a doubt, their modus operandi is simple. We want to stop the boundaries. Could that be a boundary? It's a catching chance. Really well taken. We've talked them up in the field so many times today. And a nice low catch there from deep square leg. Muhammad Khan. That's a fantastic catch. Pakistan Association have now lost half their side. They're 99 for 5. We have 3 deliveries left in the 15th over. We were talking about a score in the region of 160. And I just wonder, 160, how feasible is that right now? In fact, the batters are standing their ground. The umpire's just coming down for a consultation. Did I get too ahead of myself? Is that a wicket or not? Look at that. That's an interesting moment in this contest. Opinions are divided in this commentary box and the production area. Half of us are saying that catch was taken. The other half are saying it landed before the fielder at square leg. I gotta say, that's a potentially massive moment in this game. There we go. And that's down to mid-wicket. Jamie Atkinson does well. Just a single. So the score is now 101 for 4. I called it too early. KCC's fielders were celebrating as well. But I guess that wasn't a wicket after all. Down the track. Is this going all the way? Absolutely a flat 6 over that extra cover region. Hamid Khan making KCC pay straight away. That was a potentially massive moment in the context of this game and the context of this tournament. I gotta say, the umpires have been near spot on throughout the day in the women's game and right now in the men's game. So I have no issues if the match officials make a tiny perceived error, because they've been really, really good without the use of technology as well. That's another big shot. Is this going all the way? Yes, back-to-back 6s here for Hamid Khan. Look at that potential catch turning into 12 bonus runs here for Pakistan Association. And in fact, that was... Yeah, there you go. Ehsan Nawaz. And in fact, it was Ehsan Nawaz on strike for those 2 maximums. So much happening. Wickets falling, boundaries being scored. Contentious, potentially contentious decisions. I personally thought the catch was taken cleanly, but a lot of people disagreeing with me, so hey, I'm gonna stand on the fence here. I'm not making a call either way. 113 for 4. So many times in this innings we've had to revise our projected totals. I was predicting something in the region of 160. I downgraded that prediction to 145. Guess what? I'm going back to 160. Pakistan Association, you've got Tanveer Afzal and Ehsan Nawaz well set at the crease. And a change in bowling, Dan Pasco back into the attack. Turned away into the leg side. Easy single. Five-4 offside field, that's left alone. If you heard that surprise in my voice, it's because we don't often see Dan Pasco bowling extras. That one perhaps just getting stuck in his hand. You can see him just wiping his left hand onto his pants. It's a humid day here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. That's much better, tucking him up, depriving Ehsan Nawaz of any width. Just 28 balls left in this innings. It's a big 28 balls in the context of the tournament. Pakistan Association, of course, winning their first game of the tournament against Lil Saiwan. Goes down the track, yorks himself. Is that out? Nah, the umpire is unmoved. But Charlie Walsh, a sharp bit of work yet again. A reminder that Zishan Ali was run out by Charlie Walsh, a direct hit to account for that second wicket. Charlie Walsh, of course, just 10 minutes ago dropped a catch. It's been an otherwise fantastic day for him behind the sticks. Dan Pasco drilled down to long on, but it's just a single. Shorter, flatter, quicker. It doesn't make a difference. That's onto the roof. Look at that. Tanveer Afzal cashing in. That's the first 6 of the innings for Tanveer Afzal as well. And the scary thing here for Kowloon Cricket Club is Tanveer Afzal looks really, really well set. And it's amazing how quickly things can change. Around 15 minutes ago, I thought that maybe Kowloon Cricket Club were in the box seat. And you get the feeling that the pendulum has swung in favor of Pakistan Association. Once again looking good for a score in the region of 160. And who knows, with wickets in hand, it's entirely possible that they can go at 2 runs per ball for the rest of the innings. And if they do that, they're going to go past 170. And with runs on the board, I think Pakistan Association would be favourites in that scenario. When I spoke to Tanveer Afzal at the toss, he said we need to show more intent with the bat. Used that word as well, intent. It's become a big buzzword in cricket these days, especially in the T20 era. Intent. There has to be a purpose to why you're out there in the middle. And with T20 cricket, the purpose is to score and score quickly. That's exactly what they've done in the first 16 overs. Pressure on Dan Pasco. Into the leg side yet again. That's straight. Is it long enough? Absolutely. Back-to-back sixes for the second time today. That's a great way to end the 16th over. Straight down the ground, all the way for 6. Like Tony Gregg would say, 128 for 4 after 16. So pressure here on KCC. The opposition Pakistan Association, after winning the toss and choosing to bat, they're going at exactly 8 runs per over. Jay Davidson into his last over starts well. That's a valuable dot ball. 170 plus. Arman Singh agrees with him. That seems to be the consensus on the YouTube comments. 170 plus. Look at that. I'm in danger. Where's that gone? That's onto the roof. Yet another maximum in this innings. Pakistan Association putting pedal to the metal. Putting their foot on the gas. I could use so many metaphors. And look at that on YouTube. That view count approaching 100 viewers. We got more people watching on Facebook. And if you want to help me grow the word about associate cricket and cricket in Hong Kong, share the link of this game with your friends and family. That's edged away, past third man. A 6 followed by a boundary, 10 runs in the last 2 balls. Jay Davidson into his last over. He's feeling the pinch here. 138 for 4. We still have 3 deliveries left in the 17th over. We were talking about that magical figure of 160. Could be turning into 170, 180. Look at that, 112 people watching on YouTube. Everybody watching on YouTube, I want to know, where are you watching this game from? Are you in the subcontinent? Are you in the 852? Jay Davidson, can he pull things back? That short bang. Look at that, Ehsan Nawaz. 14 runs in the over, 14 off the last 3 deliveries. And he hit it so hard that square leg didn't bother moving. 142 for 4. 20 deliveries left in this innings. Jay Davidson, under pressure, responds well. That's down to Long On, who does well. It's just a single. That's a strong throw in as well. And that's the thing from KCC. They've been largely impressive in the field so far. Doing well to back up Jay Davidson on this occasion. 143 for 4. 3.1 overs left. Tanveer Afzal on strike. Over, very, very expensive one for KCC. That score now moves on to 144 for 4. Three overs left here. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dancing Hani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at JDancingHani. And of course, you can follow Cricket Hong Kong on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. lot of updates coming in from those Cricket Hong Kong social media channels. The under-19s are currently in action in Oman against Qatar. And they're dominating in Division 2 of the Asia qualifier. Bang. Work to do here. Well done. That infield from KCC, so impressive throughout the day. And like I said, it's so important if your bowlers are conceding regular boundaries. When the ball is hit along the carpet, you put in those dives, you show that commitment, and you stop a few runs. You save 10 runs in the field. That could be the difference between winning and losing. Turns that into a full toss, and it's just a single. 34 off 20 for Ehsan Nawaz. And of course 31 off 21 for Tanveer Afzal. It was a slow start for Tanveer Afzal, but he's raced into the 30s. 2 sixes for Afzal, 3 for Ehsan Nawaz. Mudassar Hussain into his final over, and he's done pretty well also. Picked up the big wicket of Yasa Murtaza. Yasa Murtaza as well, 52 off 29, looking good, but hold out to long off. Down the ground, fast hands. Look at that, it's been taken at long off. That's a very good catch by the fielder at long off. And this time, the 5th wicket has fallen, 147 for 5. And it's a very important wicket as well of Tanveer Afzal. We all know how dangerous he can be in the closing stages of an innings. He's walking back to the dugout, but not before he's done some serious damage. 2 maximums in his innings, looking for his 3rd one. But he perishes selflessly for 31. We have 15 deliveries left in this innings. If you're just joining us, Pakistan Association won the toss, decided to have a bat. And it has to be said, a good decision from PACC. And walking in at number 7 is Waheed Ehtesham. We have 15 deliveries left in this first innings. That's a good thing for Pakistan Association. They're scoring quickly, but they have wickets in hand as well. Bang! A great sound off the bat, but it's just a single. Two balls left in the 18th. That's a valuable dot ball here from Mudassar. Taken 2 for 28. And you have to say there's a very high chance Mudassar Hussain would not have played had Waqas Barkat been available. So a really good performance from him. 2 for 28, last ball of his spell. Fired in, on target once again. It's just going to be a single. A successful over for KCC. 149 for 5 now, Pakistan Association. And now we got 2 overs left in this contest. It is a big 2 overs. Not just in the context of this game, but of course in the context of this competition. The top 2 teams at the Men's T20 Premier League will go through to the final. We've got Ehsan Nawaz on strike, Atiq Iqbal bowling the penultimate over. That's exactly where you want to be bowling. York's the batter. Atiq Iqbal has come in for some punishment today, conceded 28 in his 3 overs. 5 balls left in his spell. Ehsan Nawaz on strike, looking leg side, goes down the ground, and it's just a single. Singles are not gonna matter too much for KCC. The main thing for KCC is to not concede any more boundaries. And if you're KCC right now, you finish well. You go into that second innings with some much needed momentum. 150 up now for Pakistan Association, 10 balls left. That's into the leg side. Is this going to carry? Absolutely not. This time he takes it, Jamie Atkinson. The umpires might come together for a mid-pitch conference, but umpires, I can tell you, that was definitely taken cleanly. And yes, walking back to the dugout, Waheed at the Sham. 6 wickets down now, and most importantly, that's also a dot ball. So just 1 run off the over so far and a wicket. Only 3 deliveries left. KCC beginning to maybe just pull things back. And there's a lot of batting in that KCC dugout as well. The likes of Babar Hayat, Azaz Khan, Jamie Atkinson himself. So even in the absence of someone like Waqas Barkat, there's a lot of batting for KCC. They're playing on their home ground, but this is technically not a home game for them. Pakistan Association are technically the home side today. So 9 balls left in the innings. A lot of you were predicting a total in the region of 170. There's every chance that Pakistan Association fall just shy of that 170 figure. Fast and straight, a play and a miss. This is a high impact over so far from Atiq Iqbal. Just 1 run off it. 2 balls left. Can he close things out? Atiq Iqbal, of course, a well-respected figure in Hong Kong cricket circles. That's high. I don't think he's got the distance. Look at that, another impressive catch here from KCC. And the struggles continue in the 19th over for Pakistan Association. 2nd wicket of the over. Just 1 run as well. The score remains on 150, but now there's 7 wickets down, Pakistan Association. And only 7 balls left in this contest. We've revised our projected totals, our predicted totals on so many occasions. We were talking about something in the region of 160. We downgraded that to 145. We upgraded that to 170, 180. And it doesn't look like they're going to get to 180 here, Pakistan Association. Seven balls left. And he can definitely give it a whack. Hassan Khan, we're going to see him play a key role with the ball, no doubt. He's still young, Hassan Khan. Charges down the track straight away. There we go, that one just coming off the pad. Fantastic over from Atiq Iqbal. 2 wickets and just 1 run off it. 150 for 7. We have 1 over left here. Big game between PACC and KCC. We'd like to take this opportunity to give a sincere thank you to our title sponsors, Gencor. Without you, we would not be able to pull off this production. Thank you, Gencor, for supporting cricket in Hong Kong. for such a long period of time, including the women's game, of course. Gencor also sponsoring the Women's Premier League. Dan Pasco could have had a wicket there that could have gone anywhere, but it goes down to third man for a single. Five balls left. Pakistan Association just struggling to get boundaries away in the last few minutes. Goes down the track. Hasn't got the elevation. Hasn't got it all the way, but he gets a useful boundary. Hassan Khan Muhammad, that's a stylish way to get off the mark. And we talked about this just a few minutes earlier. He can definitely bat. It's a very interesting move as well, to give your last over to a spinner. Dan Pasco hasn't had the best day today. Down the track, similar region. Long off, will cut this off. Yes, he does. But he's unable to prevent the two. So definitely a better over here for PACC. 7 runs off it, 3 balls left. Hassan Khan. He's got 3 balls left. He's looking at deep mid wicket. Tossed up. Look at that, Dan Pasco. That's a brave decision to toss it up, and the right decision. Just deceiving Hassan Khan in flight, who made no connection on that. Once again, he's looking towards deep mid wicket. Dan Pasco, a seasoned campaigner, he knows that. There we go, straight down the ground, and it was 6 as soon as it left the bat. Look at that, Hassan Khan. It's a big last over here. 13 runs off it so far. 1 delivery left in this innings. The umpire runs out to the field with a new set of balls. 163 for 7. On many occasions so far in this contest, the pendulum has swung. And I get the feeling that right now Pakistan Association just about have their noses in front. The likes of Yasa Murtaza, Muhammad Waheed, Hassan Khan, Nasrullah Rana, Ehsan Nawaz. That's quite a bowling lineup here for Pakistan Association. Last ball of the innings. Fired in, smashed down the ground. Long off, will you get around to it? Yes, you will. 2 runs to end the innings here for KCC and Pakistan Association, who end on 165 for 7. A strong display from Pakistan Association, improvement on week 1. They scored 145 in week 1, 165 today. And it's an innings headlined, of course, by Yasa Murtaza, 52 of 29 up top. Key contributions as well from Tanveer Afzal and Ehsan Nawaz in the middle overs. KCC, they were dragging things back, but 15 runs in that very last over. Well done, Hassan Khan. He's going to have a role to play with the ball as well. But for now, at the end of the innings, it's 165 for 7. When we return in the innings break, the required run rate for KCC is 8.3 runs per over. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dansinghani. If you like what you've heard, follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansinghani. Follow Cricket Hong Kong on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Do stick around for a highlights package and join us in around 8 minutes from now for the second innings. Atiq Iqbal with his first ball. That's edged and taken by first slip. First wicket here for KCC. An early advantage to the... I'm not going to say the home side because they're technically not the home side today, even though they're playing at home. Nonetheless, 3 for 1 and early advantage to KCC. I like that decision as well to have one slip in position. So Jamie Atkinson, the field setting working like a charm. You can hear Zishan Ali. Apologies, Jamie Atkinson, just saying good start, fellas. And he's right on the money. KCC have given nothing away. Bang! First signs of aggression. 3 runs. Zishan Ali on strike. It's on the legs, big appeal. And in fact, it's given. Run out there, Zishan Ali. Had to show better awareness than that. Maybe just ball watching. He was caught out of his crease. And I have to say, that's a needless wicket. Zishan Ali, you're a national team player. All that experience playing in Pakistan. And in the build up to this match, I predicted catches perhaps being taken at mid-wicket and short cover. For now, covers in a conventional position. Bang! In front, a square on the leg side. These days, but I'm sure he's tuned into the stream. Even if he's not watching live, I'm sure he's going to watch the replay. Cut away this time. It's going to be back-to-back boundaries for Yasa Murtaza on the offside this time. And will be looking for his first wicket. And no surprise, mid-wicket drops back to a deep mid-wicket. Yasa Murtaza hitting with the spin. Goes down the ground. That looks good. It sounds good. And it goes all... Second wicket fell just minutes later. Zishan Ali. He was run out by the keeper, Charlie Walsh. Oh, just wide of Jamie Atkinson. It's going to run down to the boundary. Restrictions. A reminder, of course, only 2 fielders allowed outside that 30-yard circle. Yasa Murtaza is well aware that there's a big opportunity to get another boundary. Smashed it. Square of the wicket on the offside. You have to give credit where credit is due. Devang Balsara has started really well in his first over of the game. That's not good at all. A few steps down the wicket, gets it square on the offside. Get up to a more than competitive total. Turns that into a full toss. That's into deep mid-wicket. Oh, that one just teasing the fielder. It was great to see so many supporters of Hong Kong cricket chiming in on social media and growing the word about cricket in Hong Kong. There we go, down the track. Nope, long on has no chance. That's into this. Ahmed Khan batting undefeated on 13 off 20. He's at the non-striker's end. And the dominant partner, Yasa Murtaza, needs 4 more for his 100. Goes down the ground. He gets 4. No, he gets 6. Look at that. 4 sixes in his innings so far. The score racing on to 73. And Yasa Murtaza brings up his 50. It's been a really good innings. A strong... The dugout for 52 of 29. This contest. KCC dragging things back. The score 73 for 3. We have 3 deliveries left in the 10th over. And it remains to be seen who walks in at number 5. It could be Tanveer Afzal, who top scored last week for Pakistan Association. There was a come from behind victory against Little Saiwan. And I tell you who's coming from behind now. It's KCC. Thinking. And of course, it's not just YouTube. You can also watch this game on Facebook. Devang Balsara into the attack once again. Pulled away, that's too short. Innings is the hardest innings. Apologies, the hardest phase to score consistent runs off. There we go, strong call of keeper. Oh, look at that direct hit at the non-striker's end, and it's given. Ahmed Khan, you're going to have to walk back to the dugout in spite of that dive. Look at that, a lot of confusion out in the middle. Some of the fielders screaming keeper, some screaming bowler. Charlie Walsh, you've had a fantastic day behind the stumps. So the score is now 101 for 4. I called it too early. KCC's fielders were celebrating as well. But I guess that wasn't a wicket after all. Down the track. Is this going all the way? Absolutely a flout the day in the women's game and right now in the men's game. So I have no issues if the match officials make a tiny perceived error, because they've been really, really good without the use of technology as well. That's another big shot. Is this going all the way? Yes. Back. Shorter, flatter, quicker. It doesn't make a difference. That's to score and score quickly. That's exactly what they've done in the first 16 overs. Pressure on Dan Pasco. Into the leg side yet again. That's straight. Is it long enough? Absolutely. Back-to-back sixes for the second time today. Of 170 plus. Arman Singh agrees with him. That seems to be the consensus on the YouTube comments. 170 plus. Look at that. I'm in danger. Where's that gone? That's onto the roof. Yet another maximum in this innings. We got more people watching on Facebook. And if you want to help me grow the word about associate cricket and cricket in Hong Kong, share the link of this game with your friends and family. That's edged away. A past third man. A 6 followed by a boundary. 10 runs in the last from. Are you in the subcontinent? Are you in the 852? Jay Davidson. Can he pull things back? That short bang. Look at that. Ehsan Nawaz. 14 runs in the over. 14 off the last. Looking good. But hold out to long off. Down the ground. Fast hands. Look at that. It's been taken at long off. That's a very, very good catch by the fielder at long off. And this time, the 5th wicket has fallen. 147 for 5. And it's a very important wicket as well of Tanveer Afzal. We all know how dangerous he can be in the closing stages of an innings. He's walking back to the dugout, but not before he's done some serious damage. 2 maximums in his innings, looking for his 3rd one. But he perished into that 2nd innings with some much needed momentum. 150 up now for Pakistan Association. 10 balls left. That's into the leg side. Is this going to carry? Absolutely not. This time he takes it, Jamie Atkinson. The umpires might come together for a mid-pitch conference, but umpires, I can tell you, that was definitely taken cleanly. And yes, walking back to the dugout, Waheed at the Sham. 6 wickets down now, and most importantly, that's also a dot ball. So just one. Atiq Iqbal, of course, a well-respected figure in Hong Kong cricket circles. That's high. I don't think he's got the distance. Look at that. Another impressive catch here from KCC. And the struggles continue in the 19th over for Pakistan Association. 2nd wicket of the over. Just 1 run as well. The score remains on 150, but now there's 7 wickets down, Pakistan Association. And only 7 balls left in this contest. Association just struggling to get boundaries away in the last few minutes. Goes down the track. Hasn't got the elevation. Hasn't got it all the way, but he gets a youth. Once again, he's looking towards deep mid-wicket. Dan Pasco, a seasoned campaigner, he knows that. There we go, straight down the ground, and it was 6 as soon as it left the bat. Welcome back. It's the second innings of Pakistan Association Cricket Club versus KCC. If you're just joining us, the news from the middle. Pakistan Association, they won the toss, decided to bat first, and posted a competitive total of 165. So KCC, they're going to have to score at least 8.3 runs per over to chase this down. KCC, of course, playing their first game of the tournament. For Pakistan Association, it's a different story. They got off to a winning start last week against Little Saiwan. And if they win today, they're going to go 2 for 2. Imagine that. And it was a big pair of results in that first week. USRC didn't just beat HKCC, they absolutely smashed them. And Pakistan Association, of course, with a come-from-behind victory against Little Saiwan. For the majority of that contest, it looked as if Pakistan Cricket Association would lose to Little Saiwan yet again. However, their bowlers dragged things back so well in the final 10 overs. And it's nice to see people rejoining this stream. We're back from the innings break. So spread the word, share the link of this game with your friends and family on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also find Cricket Hong Kong on those social media channels. First ball, right on the money. And the openers for KCC, Aizaz Khan and Muhammad Khan. And in the first innings, our live view count at one stage, when I checked, was approaching 150. I want to challenge all of you to see if we get up and above that 150 target. Oh, cut away just over backward point. It's going to be the first boundary of the innings for Aizaz and for KCC. And on second thought, that's not as close as I thought. Good stuff from Aizaz Khan, getting that elevation and getting away a boundary early on in the first over. Ehsan Nawaz, of course, opening things up for Pakistan Association. So useful start here from KCC, and they need a lot more of this. A reminder that in the first innings, Pakistan Association were 38 for 2 at the end of the power play. And make no mistake, the fielding restrictions will be a big period of play for KCC. There you go, gets a warm round of applause from the KCC pavilion. A boundary followed by a single. It's so important to keep that scoreboard ticking. 8.3 runs per over. It's not going to be an easy chase for KCC. But if one or two batters can bat through the majority of the innings, you're going to chase down most totals. Junior Khan on YouTube asking, is it live? Mate, you better believe it. Cricket Hong Kong. We're coming at you live. 4 games streamed in one day. 2 double headers. We had the Women's Premier League and the Men's Premier League at KCC. And of course, those 2 competitions at HKCC as well. Ehsan Nawaz. There you go, the corridor of uncertainty nudged away to backward point. And Muhammad Khan gets off the mark as well. But if you're just joining us, I want to give you a quick update. Pakistan Association, they won the toss and decided to bat first. And I tell you what, that score of 165 in 20 overs, it's not going to be easy to chase down. With KCC, if they have a strong power play, that could tilt the balance in their favor. Play and a miss there, trying to guide that away. There is definitely a gap between a finish third man and backward point in the circle. Ashish Joshi asking for highlights. Highlights, of course, of every single game will be posted after the conclusion of each game. Look at that, down the track. That comfortably clears long off. Aizaz Khan making his intentions clear in the power play. A good end to the first over, 12 for no loss after 1. Live action from the Kowloon Cricket Club, a double header here today. This is the second of 2 KCC games here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. In the Women's Premier League, Gower CC registering a comprehensive win over the KCC women. And this, of course, is the Men's Premier League encounter between Pakistan Association and the Kowloon Cricket Club. The required rate right now, just a hint above 8 runs per over. And the other opening bowler is Mohammad Waheed. Was a tad expensive last week for Pakistan Association. Can he pull things back today? That's very short. That's high. This is a catching opportunity. Wicket off his first ball for Mohammad Waheed. And he celebrates. Relief for Mohammad Waheed. He was smacked for 41 in his spell last week. And today, it's already been a different set of fortunes for him. First wicket down here for KCC, 12 for 1. We have 5 deliveries left in the second over, and the big wicket of Muhammad Khan. It remains to be seen who walks in. Oh, look at that. That's Babar Hayat. The recognizable frame of Babar Hayat. Hong Kong's finest walking to the crease right now. This is a huge moment in the game. It's a huge partnership as well. Babar and Azaz both at the crease right now. One of the key partnerships in this contest. We talked about it in the build-up to this game, and we'll talk about it once more. Babar Hayat, the top run scorer in the 2021 T20 Premier League. Scored in excess of 200 runs in his 5 innings in 2021. Look at that, he's surveying that leg side field. Deep mid-wicket, square leg, you better watch out. We have 1 slip in position. Yasa Murtaza at first slip. There's a fine leg on the boundary. Third man on the boundary. I think he's going to go short. Left alone. But like I said, it's a dead giveaway when both third man and fine leg are down on the boundary. It's a key indication that they're going to go short. And in fact, I made a tiny error. Fine leg is actually in the circle. But yes, you do have a third man on the boundary and a deep mid-wicket on the fence as well. 12 for 1. 4 deliveries left in the second over. Bang! He goes aerial over the leg side. Look at that. That might have gone into the Chinese army barracks. 18 for 1. 3 deliveries left in the second over. Babar Hayat. What a stylish way to get off the mark. Stamping his authority on the power play. And if you want to help grow the word about cricket in Hong Kong and associate cricket, share this link with your friends and family on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Every ball that we lose costs Cricket Hong Kong 450 Hong Kong dollars. Maybe someone would be nice enough to throw that ball back. Look at that, Babar Hayat showing respect to the bowler. A nice forward defensive to follow things up after that maximum. Babar tucks one away. It's a fine leg, an early call, and an easy single. But both Babar and Azaz got a bit of a start now. They've both fetched a maximum apiece. Last ball of the second over. Oh, look at that. Azaz Khan looking in my direction. But he's not interested in me. He's interested in that gap between backward point and a deep third man. Muhammad Waheed favoring that back of a length plan of attack. Tries to find that gap, but it goes to backward point. A dot ball to close out the second over. It's 19 for 1. And check that out, that view count on YouTube, once again, getting closer and closer to 100 viewers, and I know a lot more are watching on Facebook as well. Mid-on and mid-off are up in the circle. It looks like Ehsan Nawaz is going to continue. But it's been all action so far in this chase. 2 maximums, an early wicket as well. And you have to say this game is right in the balance. It's too close to call. Then again, half an hour of Babar Hayat could change that. That's cut away. Doesn't find the gap. Deep third man will cut that off. Zishan Ali behind the sticks there. Missed out with the bat. Got off to a good start. Charged down the track. Deposited Atiq Iqbal over that extra cover fielder. But he tried to whip one away off his legs. Took his eyes off the ball. Charlie Walsh, his fellow keeper, with a very smart run out. Guided away. Oof, beautiful touch there from Azaz. I gotta say, Azaz Khan is a very watchable batter. Very elegant. Babar Hayat definitely has the power. Hong Kong's finest batter. Babar Hayat, make no mistake about that. But Azaz Khan yet to fire in international cricket. But in domestic cricket, in club cricket, in the All-Stars series, he's a force to be reckoned with. Babar on strike. That's watchfully played. Backward point will cut it off, but unable to prevent the single. Smashed straight to that cover fielder. Hassan Khan making no mistake. He's going to have a role to play with the ball. Like a lot of Pakistan Association bowlers, had a very good first game. Still a lot of bowling options to call upon for Tanveer Afzal, the likes of Nasrullah Rana. I have to say, last week it's one of the best spells I've ever seen Nasrullah Rana bowl. He was quick and he was damn near perfect. Here we go, Ehsan Nawaz. Full toss. Good piece of fielding, Hassan Khan. 15 runs off that final over. Remember, how crucial will that prove in the final equation? It looked like KCC were beginning to drag things back, but Hassan Khan, he got a boundary away and a beautiful straight 6 as well to close out the innings. Good comeback from Ehsan Nawaz. And a dot ball to end the third over. 22 for 1, the Kowloon Cricket Club. That's high. Is it long enough? It's a tough chance. Mid-off settles under it and takes it. That's a potentially massive moment in this game. And look at that. Mohammad Waheed having a fantastic day today. He's taken both wickets to fall. This is in total contrast to his fortunes last weekend. Conceded 41 in his 4 overs last week. And today he's done for both Babar Hayat and Muhammad Khan. So there you have it, 22 for 2 KCC. We still have 5 deliveries left in the 4th over. A huge scream there from Mohammad Waheed. And a reminder, if you do well in this tournament as a player, it increases your chances of being picked up in that All-Star Series. That All-Star Series is a 3-team series between the New Territories Tigers, the Hong Kong Islanders, and the Kowloon Lions. A 3-team series there. And if you do well in that series, of course, there's every chance of you being picked up for the national team. Mohammad Waheed, of course, did tour with Hong Kong quite recently. 3 months on the road for Hong Kong's men's team. Incredible. The commitment. So much time away from family as well. So many new fathers as well in that Hong Kong setup. Imagine that, missing the birth of your child so you can play for your country. Great dedication shown from so many Hong Kong players on that 3-month tour. Waheed, he's got his tails up. Jamie Atkinson, amidst all this chaos, is the new batter at the crease, the KCC skipper. And we talked about this as well. Babar Hayat, a big player for KCC, got off the mark with a maximum over deep mid-wicket. Unfortunately, he perished soon after. The good news for KCC, of course, is Jamie Atkinson and Azaz Khan are still at the crease. Mohammad Waheed. Look at that, he's bowled quick, he's bowled accurately, and he's been rewarded with 2 early wickets. I'm sure Coach Trent Johnston is tuning into this game. Even if he's not watching live, I'm sure Trent Johnston is going to check out this replay. Mohammad Waheed impressed in flashes during the previous iteration of the All-Star Series. Yasa Murtaza standing at first slip. There we go, once again on to Jamie Atkinson very quickly. We're waiting for the signal from the umpire. There's no signal, so he's off the mark, Jamie Atkinson. Ashraful Islam on YouTube says, good bowling. You're a man of few words, but you've hit the nail on the head. Good bowling indeed from Mohammad Waheed. A play and a miss. Azaz Khan perhaps just feeling a bit of pressure here, and not for the first time today. He's trying to find that gap just behind square on the offside. You have Rawed Ehtasham fielding at backward point in the circle. And for the last delivery of this over, you see deep third man coming back into the circle. And we have members of our production team just trying to count how many fielders we have outside that 30-yard circle. Last ball of the over. Pulled away. Catching chance. That's put down. And it goes to the boundary as well. That could be a massive wicket in the context of this fixture. I gotta say, it's not easy taking those low catches, but at the very least you had to prevent that boundary. Not to be 27 for 2 after 4. Hamid Khan had a decent outing with the bat in the first innings. Unfortunately, just putting down Azaz Khan on this occasion. Azaz Khan, the well-set batter. And imagine what kind of impact that would have had on the game. Imagine if you're sitting in that KCC dugout, you lose Babar, you lose another opener, and you lose Azaz Khan inside the first 4 overs. It would have been catastrophic. They're still in this game, KCC. But you gotta say, early advantage to Pakistan Association. 16 overs left in this contest, and you get the feeling that at least 4 of those 16 overs will be bowled by Yasa Murtaza. Yasa Murtaza's 4-over spell is most definitely going to prove crucial in the final outcome of this contest. For now, Yasa Murtaza, he's fielding at mid-wicket, and it's Jamie Atkinson on strike. False start here from the bowler, Nasrullah Rana, into the attack. I have to say, personally, one of the players I was most excited to see today was Nasrullah Rana. Can he work his way back into contention for the national team? Judging from his form last week, there's every chance he does do that. First ball of Nasrullah Rana's spell. It's a low full toss, straight to mid-on. It's a dot ball. Tanveer Afzal making no mistake on that occasion. Tanveer Afzal, the Pakistan Association skipper, won the toss, decided to bat first. You have to say it looks like a very wise decision. 165 in their 20 overs. At the start of the innings, I made a brave call. I said, hey, you know what? 165? It looks like a winning total for me. Jamie on strike. It looks like that's come off the pad. Fine leg. Does well, and it's just a single. And there you go, confirmation from the umpire, a leg by. I've said it before, I'll say it again, the commentary, not the commentary, sorry, the umpiring throughout the day has been rather impressive. Then again, if you find the commentary impressive, you can always follow me, J Dancing Hani, on Twitter. Guess what my handle is? At J Dancing Hani, keeping it simple. No fancy nicknames, just my name. Nasrullah Rana. Cut away. Oh, another drop catch. Second time in the last 5 minutes that Aizaz Khan has been put down. He was put down at deep mid-wicket. He's put down at backward point. Waheed at the Sham, you have to do better. When you're fielding at backward point, it's never going to get easier than that. A regulation chance goes to ground. Nasrullah Rana, you deserved another wicket there. Imagine if that catch was taken. Aizaz Khan, you're living a charmed life. Fast. Straight to Hassan Khan. Look at that, a drop catch at mid-wicket, a drop catch at backward point. And I can just see from the corner of my eye, Yasa Murtaza shaking his head. Sometimes those movements are involuntary. I wonder if he realizes that he's shaking his head, but without a doubt, Pakistan Association will be slightly disappointed with that. A play and a miss. Nasrullah Rana picking up exactly where he left off last week. Pakistan Association, you gotta give them credit. Last year in the T20 Premier League, they lost all 4 of their games, but they started in winning fashion last week. And the great thing about that victory over Little Saiwan, it was a come from behind victory as well. I believe Little Saiwan needed 66 off 9 overs with 8 wickets in hand. That's worked away. It beats fine leg. Is it going to run down to the boundary? It's just slowing up on this outfield, but it gets there nonetheless. A useful boundary here for KCC just as the pressure was piling up. At the end of 5 overs, the score is 32 for 2. $32 for 2. A reminder that at the end of the power play, Pakistan Association were 38 for 2. So both teams at a similar position, very similarly placed. And bowling the final over of the power play is Yasa Murtaza, the national hero, so impressive at the Asia Cup qualifier, and impressed with the ball as well against full member opposition in Pakistan and India. Yasa Murtaza, he was the talk of the town at the Asia Cup. And now he's coming around the wicket to Jamie Atkinson. We have slip in position. I have to say, he didn't get a lot of turn off the surface in the first innings. Nonetheless, a slip in position. Driven into the covers, a dot ball to start off Yasa Murtaza's spell. Goes down the track, not quite to the pitch of it. Consecutive dot balls. You can just hear the Pakistan Association outfield and all their fielders just getting more and more vociferous. They sense an opportunity. Another wicket here in the next over or two would really tilt the balance in their favor. Smashed just wide of mid-wicket. Work to do here for long on. Gets around really well. It's just a single. But nervous moments here. That mid-wicket fielder, had he been stationed maybe, I think just 5 centimeters to his left, he could have taken that catch. Ezaz on strike. Punched away, doesn't find the gap. Well done, Nasrullah Rana. So a quick start for Ezaz Khan, but he's just been frustrated in the last 2 or 3 overs. He's batting on 20 off 17. Good sound off the bat. Nasrullah Rana cuts it off yet again. A near action replay. Just one delivery left in the power play. Pakistan Association have only conceded 33. They've taken 2 wickets. Fired in, guided to the slip cordon for another dot ball. And a fantastic over from Yasa Murtaza. At the end of the power play, KCC are 33 for 2. Great to see all the interaction on those YouTube comments. Rohan Gulati asks, who will win? Well, that's the big question. And that's a question I want to pose to all of you watching on YouTube. Who do you think will win this contest between Pakistan Association and the Kowloon Cricket Club? Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know exactly what you think. .33 for 2 after 6 overs, KCC. That required run rate approaching 10 runs per over. Once again, back of the length, nice and quick, nice and accurate, just a single. And if you're KCC at this point, you've lost 2 early wickets, but you also need to step on the gas. They were 19 for 1 after 2 overs, so just 14 runs coming in the last 4 overs. It's such a nice way to close out the power play for Pakistan Association. A reminder, of course, Yasa Murtaza still has 3 overs left in the bank. Quick. Oh, quicker off the bat. Long off, barely moved. Well done, Ezaz Khan. Boundary. Is that going to break the shackles? You have to say a much needed boundary. 38 for 2 after 6.2 overs. Nasrullah Rana just deposited for his first boundary in an otherwise impressive spell. A little too straight. That's down to fine leg for a single. We're waiting for the signal from the umpire. No signal. And I think that's the right decision. Definitely an inside edge on that one. 6 runs off the over so far. A much better one here for KCC. And Jamie Atkinson still looking for his first boundary. That's pulled away well in front of square on the leg side and all the way for 6. Jamie Atkinson onto that so quickly. And that's how you know when you're looking at a good batter, how quickly they judge length. Jamie Atkinson played for Hong Kong for more than 15 years, I believe. I think he made his debut as a 14-year-old. Imagine that. Jamie Atkinson, one of Hong Kong's finest, a future Hall of Famer. KCC skipper with his first maximum just now. 45 for 2. We have 2 balls left in the 7th over. KCC, after losing 2 early wickets, making a bit of a mini recovery here. And it's so important that they build a partnership. 121 more runs needed. Guides that away. Backward point makes no mistake. A valuable dot ball. 121 needed in 79 deliveries. We have long on and long off both back on the boundary. Jamie Atkinson. Can he find another boundary in this over? Guides that away to the right of backward point, and it's an easy single. There you go. Jamie moves into double figures. He's undefeated on 10 off 12, and the score now is 46 for 2. As you can see on your screens, a bit of a partnership brewing here between Atkinson and Azaz Khan, a key partnership for KCC, not just in the context of this match, but in the context of this tournament. A reminder, we have 5 teams in this tournament, a single round-robin format, and the top 2 teams will go through to the final. And if you're Pakistan Association, you can get another victory on the board. Today, you go 2 for 2, and you suddenly are favorites to qualify for the final. A big victory for them in week 1 over Little Saiwan. And if they win again today against KCC, it throws the tournament wide open. Yasim to continue. He's swept away. Fine leg does well, cuts it off. Just a single. That's flatter, faster, it's a chance, long on. Unable to cut that off. We're waiting for the signal. Has this gone all the way? Yes, absolutely. That was a powerful shot there from Azaz Khan. For a minute I thought maybe long on was in with a chance. That long on positioned it more of a straightish long on there. Had he been a little more wide, he would have taken it. Good stuff from Azaz. Smashes it down to deep cover. Nasrullah Rana does well, just a single. Strong throw as well. But once again, maybe the pendulum just swinging once more. This is, I don't know. This is too close to call in my opinion. I have no idea who's going to win this contest. Straight into the covers. But we talked about this in the pre-match and pre-innings build-up. These 4 overs from Yasa Murtaza might prove crucial in the final outcome. Fired in. Consecutive dot balls. They need 112 to win from 73 deliveries. Tanveer Afzal continues to persist with himself at first slip. Aggressive captaincy. He knows if he can break this partnership, it will make a huge difference. Pulled away. No chance there. Deep square leg. Just watches that go over the boundary for 6. So second maximum of the over. The score now 60 for 2 after 8 overs. And guess what? 60 for 2 is exactly what Pakistan Association had scored after 8 overs as well. A very close game this between Pakistan Association and KCC. And all of you watching on Facebook, I want you to make a prediction. Who's going to win? Pakistan Association or KCC? Let me know in the comments. In fact, look at that. The scorer making me look foolish. Pakistan Association were actually 51 for 2 after 8. But I take no offense. You're keeping me honest, mate. But you gotta say, both teams very evenly matched. That view count has now exceeded 100 viewers. We're up to 114 live viewers on YouTube. Oh, thick inside edge. Could have chopped that onto his stumps. Nasrullah Rana into his 3rd over here. Showing a bit of aggression. You love to see it. One of our YouTube users, Mr. Noyon, saying the team batting second, KCC, will win 100%. That's how confident he is. A brave, decisive prediction. Love to see it. Defended into the covers, consecutive dot balls. $60 for 2. We're into the 9th over. And I'm gonna be honest, once again, my allergies are starting to act up. My right nostril is blocked. I'm working with just one nostril here in the commentary box. We're staying strong. 32 degrees here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. Bang! Well fielded. Yasa Murtaza in the cover region. You've definitely saved a boundary on that occasion. 3 consecutive dot balls to kick off the 9th over. And you know what they say. The statistical likelihood of taking a wicket after bowling 3 dot balls is much higher. I get the feeling that something's going to give in this over. Azaz Khan. 3 consecutive dot balls. He's batting on 32 of 26. And it's a really good contest between him and Nasrullah Rana. Just as I say that, mid-wicket drops back to a deep mid-wicket. Hassan Khan, he's been very impressive in the field so far. And I wonder if we're going to see him with the ball. Nasrullah to Azaz. That's cut away behind square on the offside. Well done, deep third man. Keeps it down to just 2 runs. And so important as a bowler. When you bowl a delivery like that, short and wide, I'd argue maybe he deserved to be put away for 4. But he gets good support from his fielder on the boundary. That's been a feature of today's contest. The fielding from both teams, at least the ground fielding, has been very good. Sadly, of course, Pakistan Association dropping Azaz Khan on 2 occasions. Deep mid-wicket put down an easy catch before. An even simpler chance was put down by Waheed Ehtesham at backward point. 62 for 2. 2 balls left in the 9th. Guided away, third man. Chooses not to go for the run out, and wisely so. Jamie Atkinson on strike. But 2 sixes apiece for Azaz and Jamie. Both of them looking well set at the crease. But 103 needed off 67 deliveries. It's a 5-4 offside field. Long on, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg. Guided away, backward point on the heels of that 30-yard circle will not cut off the single. And after 9 overs, it's 64 for 2. A user by the name of CJ Atif predicts that KCC is winning this if this pair is still out there until the 15th over. Mr. Atif, I'm not exactly sure who you are, but I agree with you. $102 needed off 66 deliveries. Goes down the track, down to deep mid-wicket for a single. But a very interesting subplot in this game so far has been the lack of purchase for the spinners. The ball has kept just a tad low on this surface, but there's been no generous turn, no generous spin off the wicket. Down the track, not quite to the pitch of the ball. Has he got enough on it? Absolutely not. Third wicket down, and it's the huge wicket of Azaz Khan. A crucial wicket at a crucial juncture. Yasa Murtaza just slowing it up, dropping it slightly shorter. The experience of Yasa Murtaza has paid dividends. Walking back to the dugout, Azaz Khan, he's not quite happy with himself. Made a decent contribution. The cat with 9 lives, Azaz Khan, dropped twice in his innings. Got a couple of sixes away as well, but this time perishing to long off. It's 65 for 3, 4 deliveries left in the 10th over, and we're going to take a short break for drinks. Welcome back. Just a couple of deliveries left in the 10th over. And an absolutely massive moment just before the drinks break. Azaz Khan holding out too long off. Look at that. We got 2 slips in position. Sunny Bhimsaria walking in at number 5. Oh, look at that. A generous amount of bounce from Yasa Murtaza. That's the first time we've seen any real signs of bounce in this wicket. 3 consecutive dot balls to kick off the innings for Sunny Bhimsaria. We got 2 slips in position. Oh, lets that go. Look at that. Yasa Murtaza, hand on his head. He knew how close that was to the off stump. And now at the halfway point, 65 for 3. And for the first time in this innings, the required run rate has exceeded 10 runs per over. 101 needed off 60 deliveries for KCC. And the big news, of course, is the openers are gone. Babar Hayat is gone. So much rests on the shoulders, the broad shoulders of Jamie Atkinson. And we just see a couple of dark clouds settling over the Kowloon Cricket Club. The forecast is pretty good. So I feel like even if the rain does come down, we will still see a natural conclusion to this contest. And of course, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that Pakistan Association are currently ahead on that Duckworth-Lewis method. Long on and long off are back on the boundary, as is deep mid-wicket. Look at that. Charges down the track, Jamie Atkinson. And Mohammad Waheed, he's done a lot of damage here for Pakistan Association, picking up those 2 early wickets to fall for them. And just as it looked like KCC were working their way back into the contest, a strong partnership there between Jamie and Azaz Khan, but Azaz holding out to long off. Once again, fast, accurate, and just a single. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, if you want to help me spread the word about cricket in Hong Kong, share the link to this match with your friends and family on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. 100 needed off 58 deliveries. They have 7 wickets in hand, KCC. But the problem for KCC is the openers are gone. Babar gone. Bhimsaria on strike. Bhimsaria still looking for his first runs. And of course, in the pre-match, we were discussing this. A big thing for KCC is they're missing a couple of their under-19 boys. The likes of Jaden Botfield and Ahan Trivedi, of course, in Oman right now, playing against Qatar in Division 2 of the Under-19 Men's Asia Qualifier. Once again, giving the right-hander nothing to work with, but he's off the mark, Bhimsaria. But yes, Pakistan Association with one of the more impressive bowling lineups in this tournament. The question for Pakistan Association was always going to be if their batters can step up to the mark, and you have to say that's definitely what they did today. 52 of 29 for Yasa Murtaza. Short, too short, and put away behind square on the leg side. Absolutely no fielder getting even close to that delivery. The score moves on to 71 for 3. Jamie 24 of 21 with 2 sixes and a boundary just now. And needless to say, if you're Pakistan Association, you want a wicket. And how great would it be if that wicket was that of Jamie Atkinson. Jamie Atkinson, the future Hong Kong Hall of Famer, on strike right now. He's been around forever. False start. He's going to have to load up again here, Waheed. Jamie Atkinson, of course, currently a physical education teacher at an ESF school, following in his father's footsteps in more than one way. Stephen Atkinson, of course, played for Hong Kong, as has Jamie Atkinson, both of them, of course, going into the teaching profession. Pulled away. Once again, it beats that man at deep square leg. Second boundary of the over here for Jamie Atkinson. And that's 10 runs off the over. That's exactly what KCC need. 75 for 3 now after 11. Tell you what, it's nice and packed here in the commentary box, in the production tent. And a lot of us are at the edge of our seats right now. This is a huge partnership between Bhim Saria and Jamie Atkinson. Jamie Atkinson, of course, getting 2 boundaries away in the previous over. And we see a change of bowling for the first time today. Hassan Khan coming into the attack. First ball for Hassan Khan. Short. Rushes the batter. We're waiting for the signal from the umpire. I believe it should be a boundary, and yes, it's signaled 4. But I like this from Hassan Khan. Good show of intent. He bent his back. Got it in nice and short, nice and high. But full credit to Sunny Bhim Saria as well, taking on that short ball and picking up his first boundary. That's also the first bouncer of the over, so he can't do that again. If he does it again, it will be signaled no ball. Hassan Khan loves to dig it in short. Oh, plain a miss. Bhim Saria just shadow batting, practicing a shot, practicing getting that ball just behind square on the offside. There's a gap, of course, between backward point and fine leg. Apologies, backward point and third man in the circle. But as someone who's played with and against Sunny Bhim Saria on many occasions, I can tell you, it's one heck of a player, this Sunny Bhim Saria. On strike right now. That's down the leg side. And signaled wide. But I saw Sunny right after the toss as well. And one thing I noticed about Sunny Bhim Saria is he's definitely bulked up. Been putting in the hard yards at the gym, been pumping that iron. And we saw a great demonstration of that as well with his first boundary. Ferocious pull shot square of the wicket on the leg side. He's on strike yet again. That's a big appeal, should be sliding down leg. The umpire agrees with your fellow commentator. But nonetheless, it's a useful leg bye here for KCC. But you gotta say, if you're KCC right now, you don't want that required rate to go up to 11, 12, 13 runs and over. Three balls left in this over. Five runs off it so far. Oh, playing a miss, that one just keeping a little bit low. So from the lawn bowl end, we've seen just a hint of variable bounce. There was one delivery from Yasa Murtaza that climbed sharply on Sunny Bhim Saria. It was a near unplayable delivery. And this time, on this occasion, the ball keeping low on Jamie Atkinson. Guides that away, short third man. Oof, a bit of a fumble and they get through for a single. 6 runs off the over so far, including that boundary into deep mid-wicket. There we go. Exactly 100 people watching on YouTube. Look at that. Everybody on YouTube knows that we have a game on. We have a contest here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. Beam Saria on strike. Atkinson at the non-striker's end. Hassan Khan, last ball. That's an optimistic appeal. That's definitely going over the stumps. Oh, in fact, has it hit Beam Saria in a sensitive spot? Ooh, maybe in the midriff. Not quite in the groin. That's a good way to end the 12th over. Hassan Khan just 6 runs off it. Good comeback after the boundary. KCC 82 for 3. You just saw that on the replay. Fast and straight from Hassan Khan. Very uncomfortable area of your anatomy to be struck. Sunny Beam Saria. He's still there though, as is skipper Jamie Atkinson. .84 needed of 48 deliveries. We can see Jamie just surveying that leg side field. There's a square leg in position. There's a deep mid wicket on the rope as well. Goes leg side, deep square leg. Yeah, there you go. Gets that long barrier out, makes no mistake. Just a single. And if you're Pakistan Association, you don't mind this at all. You want Jamie Atkinson off strike. .128 live viewers on YouTube. So good to see. So much interest in cricket in Hong Kong. Oh, his feet were rooted to the crease. Beam Saria, that trigger movement forward, just poking at that one. Mohammad Waheed into his last over. And I have to say, you've got to give credit to Mohammad Waheed. Started things off with 2 early wickets for Pakistan Association. Because of Mohammad Waheed, KCC have been on the back foot throughout this innings. Consecutive dot balls now. If you're KCC, you cannot afford this. That run rate getting closer and closer to 2 runs per ball. It's so hard to go at 12 runs and over for an extended period of time. A reminder that you're allowed up to 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Skipper Tanveer Afzal taking no risks whatsoever. Pulled away. Has he found the boundary? No, he finds a deep square leg. It's just a single. Singles are not good enough at this stage for KCC. They need boundaries, they need maximums, and they need them right now. .82 needed for victory. Make that 81. YouTube user something new, saying 6, please. Something new. Definitely wants KCC to win this contest. Last ball of the 13th over. That's whipped away off the legs. Straight to fine leg for a single. 86 for 3. 7 overs left. And I love to see this. A little bit of competition here in the YouTube comment section. Azeek Rahman saying, keep dreaming, KCC. Look at that. Azeek Rahman with a little bit of trash talk. We love to see it. Controversy in the YouTube comment section. $79 needed for victory. 41 deliveries left. That's a full toss. I think it's going down leg side. The umpire agrees with me. I have to say, throughout the day in both the Women's Premier League and the Men's Premier League, we've seen a lot of appeals for LBW, and I haven't noticed a single incorrect LBW decision. You have to give credit where credit is due. The umpires today, this might be an associate nation, but they're umpiring at a full member standard. $78. 40 deliveries left. Beam Saria, he's got a boundary away. He needs another one. 31 off 27 for Jamie Atkinson. 2 boundaries, 2 sixes for the KCC skipper. That's a top edge. It's up in the air. It's a chance. Will it be taken? Oh, that was a really good effort. Deep mid-wicket running around. He made such good ground. It was great anticipation. But eventually that ball going to ground, you get the feeling that maybe just a little too much momentum on that. It's so important when you're trying to take a catch, especially a high catch, that you're nice and still. You get a steady base before getting your hands under the ball. It was a good attempt nonetheless, but hey, a chance is a chance. It goes down as a drop, the third dropped catch of this innings. And that's whipped away down to long on. They're looking for 2. Nah, it's turned down. And I think wisely so as well. KCC, you don't have to take that risk. That single, of course, brings Jamie Atkinson on to strike. And if you're in that KCC dugout, you know. You don't need me to tell you this. Your hopes rest heavily on the broad shoulders of Jamie Atkinson, your captain. That's an uppercut. I'm in trouble. 1 bounce 4 to the deep third man region. Not for the first time today. I wish I was wearing a helmet. The score now moves on to 95 for 3. We have 1 delivery left in the 14th over. Jamie moves into the 30s. 35 not out off 28. Once again in a near identical region. Just to my right, back-to-back boundaries here for Jamie Atkinson. This one flying over that gully fielder in the circle. And it's a good way to end the 14th over. 99 for 3. $67 needed off 36 deliveries. They have 7 wickets in hand here, KCC. And the important thing for them, of course, is Jamie Atkinson is still out there in the middle. He's looking good. 39 not out. And we said this in the pre-match build-up. We said this before the start of this innings. We predicted that this would be a very, very close encounter. And so far, this fixture has lived up to its billing. $67 needed of 36 deliveries. You can can see Sunny Beam Saria just counting the number of fielders on the offside. He's looking leg side now. He's looking in my direction, but he doesn't care about me. He cares about that gap, that huge gap between deep mid wicket and long on, a straightish long on. It's going to be Beam Saria on strike, 11 off 17. Turned away on the leg side, they're looking for 2. But fine leg comes around and cuts it off. It's just a single. And with that single, 100 up for KCC. It's been a good fight back from them after losing 2 early wickets. But the concerning thing, of course, for KCC playing at home is that required run rate, which is currently in excess of 11 runs per over. Down the leg side, a useful extra here for KCC. 35 balls left here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. I'm happy to report that those dark clouds, they've given way to some much needed sunshine. The good thing for me is that sunshine is not beating down on me in the commentary tent. Useful dot ball straight to backward point. That required run rate now, as you can see on your screens, 11.47 runs per over. Look at that. We're being nice and exact in the commentary box, not rounding up to 1 decimal place. Nah, we're using 2 decimal places here in the commentary box. .65 needed. Goes down the track into the covers. That's a good bit of work there. Deep cover keeps it down to a single. Bit of an awkward bounce as well for that deep cover fielder. Adjusted well. And I guess word is beginning to spread about this close contest here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. The view count on YouTube is now approaching 150 live viewers. I'm personally down to 19% battery. I'm on low power mode. A slower delivery. Sunny Beam Saria deceived. But he squeezes it away for a single nonetheless. Look at that. 177 live viewers on YouTube right now. Spread the word. Share this link with your friends and family on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. Things are heating up here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. Nasrullah Rana pushed into the covers. It's just a single. Umar Sheikh, thank you so much. Umar Sheikh saying nice commentary. If you like what you've heard so far, you can always follow me, J Dancing Hani, on Twitter. My handle, of course, is at J Dancing Hani. And of course, follow Cricket Hong Kong on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We got live match updates for you. But for now, Nasrullah Rana, another slower delivery, well bowled. Looked like a leg cutter on this occasion. Down into the cover region for another single. It's a very, very good over from Nasrullah Rana. The score now after 15 overs is 105 for 3. KCC, they need 61 off 30 deliveries. Hello and good afternoon, YouTube. We're getting closer and closer to 200 live viewers on our YouTube stream. I'm sure we have a similar number on Facebook as well. So good to see a lot of people taking a deep interest in cricket in Hong Kong. 61 needed off 30 deliveries. Pakistan Association, you get the sense that they just about are in the driver's seat right now. But a big over from KCC could change everything. Yasa Murtaza into the attack. Run out chance. Bhimsaria gets back. Bhimsaria batting on 14 off 21. A big thing for KCC, of course, missing a lot of players due to that under-19 Asia Division 2 qualifier. Flighted. Consecutive dot balls. Bhimsaria just losing his balance. (61 off 28 deliveries). Bhimsaria needs a boundary. Not sure whether to come forward or go back. Bhimsaria in two minds, has now faced 3 consecutive dot balls. Jamie Atkinson at the non-striker's end. He wants to get back on strike. Punched. 4 consecutive dot balls. Yasa Murtaza turning the screws, I beg your pardon, here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. He's into his 4th over. He's conceded just 16 runs. He's taken a big wicket. Tossed up. Deep square leg will take it. 4 wickets down now for KCC. They still need 61 runs, but they only have 25 deliveries to work with. Look at that. Yasa Murtaza, the Hong Kong hero. So impressive at the Asia Cup and the Asia Cup qualifier, picking up exactly where he left off from. Look at that. 4 wickets down now, 105 for 4. We have 1 delivery left in the 16th over. (105 for 4). KCC. Pakistan Association definitely favourites to go 2-2 here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. They won last week against Little Saiwan. They're winning this contest right now against KCC. And take a bow, Yasa Murtaza. A wicket maiden in the 16th over. And an impressive spell, 2 for 16 in his 4 overs. Yasa Murtaza making a strong case for player of the match. Starred with the bat as well, 52 off 29, opening the batting for Pakistan Association. And I gotta say, I can't think of anyone else who can compete with him right now for that player of the match award. Kowloon Cricket Club, they still need 61 runs to win, but they only have 24 deliveries to play with. That required run rate now, 16.25 runs per over. And if you're KCC at this stage, you don't need 1 boundary and over. You don't need 2 boundaries per over. You need 3 boundaries per over. To sustain that for such a long period is not easy. And we have a change in bowling. Coming back into the attack is Ehsan Nawaz. Long on and long off, back on the boundary. Deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. That's squeezed away into the offside for a single. And the new batter at number 6 is Jay Davidson. He can definitely give it a whack. There's no doubt about that. Still only 4 fielders inside that 30-yard circle. Worked away on the leg side, fine leg. Scurrying around. Is he going to cut off the 2? Yes. That's a short bouncer. He waits on it well, Jamie Atkinson, puts it away behind square on the leg side. A useful boundary, but they're going to need a lot more of that, KCC. That's definitely been a feature of Jamie Atkinson's innings. Anytime they've dropped short to Jamie Atkinson, even if it's been a slower ball, he's been so good at making that adjustment, rocking onto the back foot and putting it away on the leg side. 46 of 35. 5 boundaries and 2 sixes for Jamie Atkinson so far. That's straight down the ground. And that straightish long off will cut it off. It's just a single. And throughout this innings, of course, Tanveer Afzal has employed both a straight mid-on and a straight long off. And his bowlers have delivered. Pulled away. Square leg does well. .53 needed off 19 deliveries. It's looking like a very, very unlikely equation here for Kowloon Cricket Club. Just 8 runs have come in the last 11 deliveries. Ehsan Nawaz. That's a low full toss, hit straight to long on. It's just a single. A good way to close out the 17th over. KCC struggling. 114 for 4. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our title sponsors, Gencor, for sponsoring both the Women's and the Men's Premier League. And I can confidently say that without your support, Gencor, we would not have been able to pull this off. So thank you once again for backing cricket in Hong Kong. And our production crew as well, so impressive. 4 games being live streamed on YouTube and Facebook from Hong Kong. And I'm sure I speak for everyone. It's so good to see cricket being played in Hong Kong yet again. 2.5 years. That's up in the air. Long on is not going to go for the catch. And we'll cut it down to just a single. I like that decision from long on as well. There's no need for any heroics. The main thing is do not concede boundaries. 51 needed off 17 deliveries. That's exactly 3 runs per ball. Smack. Once again, long on chooses not to go for that catch. That was a really good sound off the bat. Just didn't get the distance on that. But like we said, Jay Davidson certainly capable of clearing the boundary. That's down the leg side. It should be signaled wide. Jamie now batting on 49 not out of 37 deliveries. Looking to get to his half century, but it may not be enough here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. Sadly for Jamie, he hasn't received too much support from the other end. Ezaz Khan was dropped on 2 occasions and finally holed out to that long off fielder. Goes deep in his crease, another wide delivery. Hassan Khan, with the ball in hand, has been a tad expensive today, conceding 22 in his first 2.2 overs. A little bit of ill discipline as well. Far too many extras from Hassan. There we go. He doesn't get to his half century. Jamie Atkinson. The ball just keeping a tad low on him once again. Jamie Atkinson walking back to the dugout for a well-made 49. Doesn't get to his half century, but he's made an impact on this innings. It's not going to be a match-winning impact, and it's an innings that will probably come in a losing cause here for KCC. They still need 48 runs to win. The problem, however, they only have 15 deliveries to work with. Jay Davidson is still at the crease. He's at the non-striker's end. And the new batter at the crease walking in at number 7 is Devang Balsara. Interesting batting position for Balsara. We've seen him open the batting previously at the All-Star Series. And a reminder that as a player, if you do well in this Premier League, there's every chance that you get picked for the All-Stars League. When you do well in the All-Stars League, you push your case for national selection. So much to play for. .48 needed off 15 deliveries. Hassan Khan with his first wicket just now. The big wicket of Jamie Atkinson. Can he make it 2-2? That's whipped away into the leg side. He'll get at least one. They're looking for 2. No, they're not. Wisely sent back there, Jay Davidson. Some big hits needed now from KCC. Hassan Khan. Bang into the leg side, but he finds the fielder at deep mid-wicket. The frustration continues to grow here for the Kowloon Cricket Club. This, of course, is their first match of the Men's T20 Premier League, and it looks like they're going to lose their first game as well. Pakistan Association, we said this at the start of the innings. A target of 166 was always going to prove tough. This pitch, of course, showing just a little bit of variable bounce. Tucked away off his legs. Balsara is looking for that second run. He's going to come back for it. Nope, sent back yet again. Great anticipation from deep mid-wicket to close out the 18th over. The score is 121 for 5. Ehsan Nawaz to continue, conceded 24 in his first 3 overs, still looking for his first wicket. That's a big shot into the leg side and into the nets. There you go, first 6 of the innings for Devang Balsara. I gotta say, did really well there. Very wristy shot there over deep square leg. But the problem, of course, for KCC, they still require 39 more runs off 11 deliveries. And it's getting to the stage where they need maybe 3, 4 sixes and over to chase down this target. It was always going to be a tough chase, a chase of 166. And at one stage, of course, in that innings, it looked as if KCC would restrict Pakistan Association to a score of 150-155. But Hassan Khan Muhammad doing so well in that 15th over, getting away a 6 and a boundary, 15 runs off the 20th over. It took Pakistan Association from 150 to 165. But it's not just that last over. Yasa Murtaza opening the innings, getting 52 of 29. Down the ground, has he found the gap? No, he hasn't. Long off gets out that long barrier. Just a single. $38 off 10. I'm in trouble yet again, but that doesn't clear the boundary rope. It's still a useful boundary here for KCC. It's been a much better over for them. 11 runs off it, still 3 deliveries left. But that's the thing for KCC. Despite getting 11 off the first 3 balls, that's actually below the required rate at the start of this over. Nonetheless, 34 needed off 9 deliveries. KCC still have a mathematical shot here. But Jay Davidson, if he can clear the ropes right now, ooh, it's going to make things interesting. 34 off 9. Ehsan Nawaz under pressure. That's very short. That's into the leg side. A catching opportunity. Lands between deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. Well done, Nasrullah Rana. He's had a good day in the field. Keeps it down to just a single. And he has a nice smile on his face as well. High fives from his fellow fielder. 33 needed off 8 deliveries. That's high, but how long? Not long enough, and it's taken. Yasa Murtaza doesn't celebrate. Pakistan Association just slightly behind that over rate. But a big wicket here of Devang Balsara. A nice little cameo from him. But it's probably not going to be enough. 33 needed off 7. 133 for 6. 1 delivery left in the 19th over. And the new batter, at the crease, wicketkeeper batter, Charlie Walsh. Had a good day. Had a good day behind the sticks, effecting a run out. That run out of Zishan Ali, of course. That's a short delivery. Nasrullah Rana does well yet again, and just a single. So, heading into the 20th over, KCC require a highly improbable 32 off 6. Bit of a mini miracle needed here for the Kowloon Cricket Club batters.
Pasco.
So there you have it, 32 needed off 6. If you're just joining us, well, better late than never, I guess. But the news from the middle is Pakistan Association won the toss, decided to bat first, scored 165 in their 20 overs. And they've definitely bossed this contest so far. Hassan Khan Muhammad to bowl the final over, 32 off 6. That's into the leg side. How far has that gone? Not far enough, it's just going to be a single. So 5 consecutive sixes will tie up this contest. But I have a strong feeling that that's not going to happen. 31 needed off 5 deliveries. Hassan Khan, figures of 1 for 26. He's got 5 deliveries left in his 4 over spell. Short, play and a miss. And there you go. That's probably the game right there. Pakistan Association, they're about to go 2 for 2 at the Gencor HK Men's T20 Premier League. Once again, a big thank you to our sponsors Gencor for supporting both men's and women's cricket in Hong Kong. It would be very, very hard to pull off this production without you. 31 needed off 4 deliveries. Bang! That's into cow corner. That's out of the ground. That's 450 Hong Kong dollars we're not going to see again. The umpires, not for the first time today, are running onto the field with a new set of balls. Oof. My fitness tracker is showing me that I've only got 4 minutes of exercise in today. The umpires, I think it's close to 45 minutes of exercise. Jogging onto the field yet again with a new set of balls. Gotta say, I don't think this fitness tracker is correct. 4 minutes of cardio. Absolutely no way this is accurate. Massive 6 there, of course, by Jay Davidson. It will prove inconsequential to the final equation. 25 needed off 3. You never know, there might be a no ball. Play and a miss. $25 needed off 2 deliveries. And of course, we'll be back next week, next Sunday, with yet another doubleheader. 2 doubleheaders, in fact, from both the men's and the women's Premier League. 2 balls left. Goes down the track. Doesn't get a good connection on this. And square leg will run around, cutting it off. It's just a single. But like I said, we're going to be going live next week as well. It's going to be the final round of games from the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League. And of course, it's going to be week 3 of the Gencor Men's T20 Premier League. And if you want to know exactly when we go live, the best way to do that is hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button. And every time we have live action from Hong Kong, you'll be the first person to find out. Last ball. That's uppish over the keeper and over third man for a boundary. So there you have it, a boundary to close things out. 146 for 6 KCC after their 20 overs, but they lose by 19 runs. A comfortable victory here for Pakistan Association, who batted first upon winning the toss and posted 165 at the end of 20 overs. I have very little doubt in my mind that the player of the match is going to be Yasa Murtaza. 52 of 29 opening the batting and 2 for 16 in his 4 overs. This has been a CHK production. Thank you so much to our sponsors Gencor, and for all of you tuning in for both games today from the Kowloon Cricket Club. If you've missed some of the action for today, don't worry. We're going to have a highlights package coming up right after this broadcast. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dancing Hani. I commentate at ICC and ACC events. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at JDancingHani. And of course, follow Hong Kong on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button. When we go live, you'll be the first to find out. But the news from the middle, a 19-run win for Pakistan Association, who make it 2-2 at the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. I'm Jay Dancigani signing off, and I'll see you next Sunday. And in the first innings, our live view count at one stage, when I checked, was approaching 150. I want to challenge all of you to see if we get up and above that 150 target. Oh, cut away just over backward point. It's going to be the first boundary of the innings. Ashish Joshi asking for highlights. Highlights, of course, of every single game will be posted after the conclusion of each game. Look at that, down the track. That comfortably clears. And the other opening bowler is Mohammad Waheed. Was a tad expensive last week for Pakistan Association. Can he pull things back today? That's very short. That's high. This is a catching opportunity. Wicket off his first ball for Mohammad Waheed. And he celebrates. Relief for Mohammad Waheed. He was smacked for 41 in his spell last week. And today, it's already been a different set of fortunes for him. First wicket down here for KCC. 12 for 1. We have 5 deliveries left in the second over, and the big wicket of Muhammad Khan is actually in the circle. But yes, you do have a third man on the boundary and a deep mid wicket on the fence as well. 12 for 1. 4 deliveries left in the second over. Bang! He goes aerial over the leg side. That's high. Is it long enough? It's a tough chance. Mid-off settles under it and takes it. That's a potentially massive moment in this game. And look at that. Mohammad Waheed having a fantastic day today. He's taken both wickets to fall. This is in total contrast to his fortunes last weekend. Conceded 41 in his 4 overs last week. And today he's done for both Babar Hayat. Members of our production team just trying to count how many fielders we have outside that 30-yard circle. Last ball of the over. Pulled away. Catching chance. That's put down. And it goes to the boundary as well. I believe Little Saiwan needed 66 off 9 overs with 8 wickets in hand. That's worked away. It beats fine leg. Is it going to run down to the boundary? It's just slowing up on this outfield, but it gets there nonetheless. It's such a nice way to close out the power play for Pakistan Association. A reminder, of course, Yasa Murtaza still has 3 overs left in the bank. Quick. Oh, quicker off the bat. That's pulled away well in front of square on the leg side and all the way for 6. That's flatter, faster, it's a chance, long on. Unable to cut that off. Tanveer Afzal continues to persist with himself at first slip. Aggressive captaincy. He knows if he can break this partnership, it will make a huge difference. Pulled away. No chance there. Tad low on this surface. But there's been no generous turn. No generous spin off the wicket. Down the track. Not quite to the pitch of the ball. Has he got enough on it? Absolutely not. 3rd wicket down. And it's the huge wicket of Azaz Khan. A crucial wicket at a crucial juncture. Yasa Murtaza just slowing it up, dropping it slightly shorter. The experience of Yasa Murtaza has paid dividends. Walking back to the dugout, Azaz Khan. The question for Pakistan Association was always going to be if their batters can step up to the mark. And you have to say that's definitely what they did today. 52 of 29 for Yasa Murtaza. Short, too short, and put away behind square on the leg, following in his father's footsteps in more than one way. Stephen Atkinson, of course, played for Hong Kong, as has Jamie Atkinson, both of them, of course, going into the teaching profession. Pulled away. Once again, it beats that man at deep square. First ball for Hassan Khan. Short, rushes the batter.